We're looking at problem number 3 in your Hess's Law practice problem set. So if we look at this, one of the first things that I want to do is check to see that my products and my reactants are on the correct side. So I'm going to go ahead and go through. So I have reactant 1, both reactants. And the next one I'm going to look at is my hydrogen peroxide. Reactant there, product here, so I'm probably going to have to flip that third one. Check my nitrogen, that's a product, so the nitrogen is good. Water and water, those are both products. They'll be in the correct spot, but as I only have one here, I'm going to need 4. I'm probably going to have to multiply. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is flip my equation around so I know that I have everything on the correct side. So we're going to go ahead and flip this third one right here. So I'm going to end up with H2O2 yielding hydrogen and oxygen. And then my new delta H is going to now be a positive 187.8. Alright, we are done with that one. Alright, next thing I'm going to tackle is this half an oxygen and the water here. I'm going to go ahead and multiply this whole equation by 2. So I'm going to end up with 2 hydrogens. This would become 1 oxygen, and this is going to now become 2 waters. So now when I go through and check, I can account for the fact that I'm going to have 2 and 2. That will be 4 waters, so I'm looking good there. The half is gone. So let's go ahead and start going through this and seeing what we can cross off and what we can't cross off. So if I'm looking at these, I'm noticing that I'm not going to need oxygen. But if I look, I have 1 here and 1 here. So that's going to be a problem because that's 2 total on my reactant side, yet I only have 1 currently on my product side. I also happen to notice, I have 2 hydrogen peroxides, only 1 here. So what I'm going to end up having to do is multiply this equation by 2, and that actually solves a lot of my problems. Now I go ahead and I'm going to go through and see what can I cancel, what can I not cancel. Well, I look, I have 2 hydrogens, those cancel. 2 oxygens, 2 oxygens, those will cancel. Now I go through, I'm going to check my remaining elements. So I have 1 N2H4, which is good, that matches. I have 1, 2, 4 waters, that matches. 1 nitrogen, that matches. 2 H2O, 2 H2O. Now everything has either been accounted for or crossed off. So I'm going to remember this was multiplied by 2. This was multiplied by 2, so you go ahead and you do your math. You're going to take your negative 622.3 plus your negative 2 or your negative 285.8 times 2, and then add that with your positive 187.8 times 2, and you should end up getting a negative 818.3 kilojoules.